Welcome back. So, would you hate someone if they told you they owned a $10,000 tuxedo? I might.
What if that person were a socialite?
Even worse. If you haven't picked up this month's issue of D Magazine, not only are you missing out on this year's Best of Big D winners, but you're also missing out on reading a hilarious article all about a tuxedo and a very, very dashing man wearing it. Yes, check it out.
Kind.
Are you a
So
model? Are you with Kim Dawson?
Well, no, I am technically now.
You are.
I've been a model, yeah.
So Tim Rogers, D Magazine, was dared to wear a tux for an entire month, not just any month, the month of July, right?
August.
Oh,
It was August,
last
yeah.
August.
Yeah, this is the one-year anniversary.
So why the heck did he do it? He's here to tell us all about it and to show off the
Well,
prize.
I did it for this. So, spoiler alert, I made it. I did it for an entire month. Now, I didn't wear this tuxedo for a month. I wore a rental from Al's formal wear.
Okay, how did this come about?
Came from a
Why?
coworker. This kind of nutty coworker I have named Zach Crane. And Zach, when he should be working, sits around and he comes up with hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Like, what's the biggest animal you think you could kill with your bare hands? The answer is not a giraffe,
cat?
by the way. Cat. Oh, God, you went small. I said manatee. In any case.
Man, you can't get your hands around a manatee.
Yeah, but they're so docile. I just
You just
figured
beat it to
you could
death.
have all day to work at it. Anyway, so he came up with
I
another.
love hypotheticals.
He came up with another hypothetical, which was, what would it take to get you to wear a tuxedo for an entire month in the summer? I mean, from basically sun up to sundown. Jacket has to stay on. There are a lot of rules, like I could take the jacket off if I was cooking.
You got to work out, right?
1 hour I could take it off to work out. And he said, what would it take to get you to do that? And without thinking about it very long, because I didn't think it would ever happen, I said, well, at the end of that, if I could pull it off, I would want a really nice tuxedo that I could keep myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so.
He pulled it off.
Yeah. It really was. I mean, if you remember, the first day, August 1, today, 1 year ago, was 107.
And you were in a tuxedo
And I
all
was in
day.
a tuxedo all day. Yeah, it was tough.
So you had to wear it from the minute you got up in the morning until.
Until after I showered. So thankfully I could, yeah. And then until 8:45 at night. And like I said, at work, the jacket was on, driving in my car, jacket on.
Did you lose weight sweating?
No, I didn't. I think because I was so angry, I just overcompensated and ate and drank too. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Okay, so what was the hardest part?
The hardest part was something I didn't really anticipate, which was every day, multiple times a day, strangers making jokes like, I didn't get the memo, or where's the bride? Or just just having to answer the question over and over, like, are you losing a bet? No, right now I'm actually winning a bet. It became really tiresome, especially toward the end.
So one of my favorite parts of the article was you had to go to your daughter's school for something to sign up for.
Oh, that was the worst day of question. Yeah, it was registering her for school, and so you go, it's like an assembly line. You go from table to table, and you got to get your pencils, and you got to get sign up for activities, and every single table, I got the same question. Why are you wearing a tuxedo? I mean, I spent like an entire afternoon answering, and it's a long story, right? Because how long did it take me to tell you? There's a guy, he comes up with hypotheticals.
That people just start nodding, going, okay, great.
Move along.
You had to go to a funeral too that month, didn't you?
Yeah, and
and you don't want to be a jokester at a funeral.
Yeah, and I'm afraid I was a jokester at a funeral. Yeah,
I mean, they were okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It wasn't the best way to start the challenge, but it was like day 2, I think.
Okay, so did you go to the grocery store, just like pump gas?
Yes, everything. Yeah, I mean, that's the worst thing because, I can remember we went to a dinner party Friday night. Well, you know what is all right? Wearing a tux to a dinner party. Because you're the guy who's, formally attired.
Taking it seriously.
Yeah, sure. You know what sucks? The next morning having to go grocery shopping in that same tuxedo. Like just, Saturday morning.
Cereal aisle.
Exactly. You're in the meat section, like checking out pork chops.
So you are also, husband and father, and you've got duties around the house that you have to keep up with too.
Yeah.
So you had to do some household chores in the tuxedo, right?
Yeah. Now the folks from Al's who gave us the rental to help pull this off, they gave me one tuxedo that they didn't expect to have returned in very good shape, which I call the stunt tux.
Do we have the pictures? Because, I don't know if we have a picture of it, but go ahead with the story about the household
So I had a
chores.
dryer vent that became disconnected, and I thought, well, I mean, this is going to be like, well, I'll get to write about it, so okay, I can do this. Crawling under the house to get the dryer vent reconnected. But like every household project, you think it's going to be one step, and it's 5.
Right.
I went under the house 3 times in that tuxedo.
And you went water.
I hate going under the house.
Okay, we won't show it because it's a good tease to get you to pick up a copy of D Magazine. He went water skiing in the stunt tux. did some.
Water skiing in a tuxedo is harder than you think it is.
Well, because you get heavy, right?
The tuxedo itself, I mean, probably weighed, I don't know, 15 extra pounds. Plus, I had a life vest under my jacket.
Safety first.
Exactly. Right? And it was difficult.
Well, the good news is this beautiful tuxedo that you came out of it with still fits you a year later.
Well, and so that's the thing, though, right? I mean, I can't gain any weight.
No, you can't.
I mean, for the rest of my life.
That would be just irresponsible.
Yeah.
Fiscally irresponsible.
I mean, can you imagine getting up and trying to put on like a pair of $10,000 slacks and you're like, oh my God.
These got to go to the back of the closet.
Yeah, no, that can't happen.
Okay, stick around. Tim is going to hang out with us in the tuxedo, in the hot seat next for He Says, She Says. And he has help today since Gary's here, so we'll have girls versus guys when we come back. Stay with us.